Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching Moon Knight Season 1 Episode 2, Summon the Suit. I'm really hoping that we're going to get some more answers in this episode because obviously Stephen has come, he's acknowledged what's happening in the sense that he let him in, let him take control, and you wouldn't just settle with you'd want to know everything that happened, and I want to know more because I loved the first episode and I'm so excited to learn more and to see where the show takes us. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and let's go! But you would feel a bit like that was a weird dream. Oh, ow. The panic, because when he gave up control, he was in that fight or flight situation, terrified for his life. Does he think it was a dream now? Okay, I figured out that he supposedly works in the British Museum, which makes sense with the Egypt part because there is a really epic Egypt section of the British Museum, obviously. The legality and maybe there shouldn't be an excellent Egypt exhibition in the British Museum given how those artifacts were acquired, but in terms of authenticity of the show, why they're making out the British Museum is in Trafalgar Square, I have no idea, when in Trafalgar Square the museum is the National Portrait Gallery, which looks kind of similar to this building they're using in that it has the columns but does not look like this. I mean, if I made a show and I set it in New York, partly, and I said, oh, we exit the Empire State Building into Times Square, and then you hop on a train from Grand Central Station, and then actually, if you just come out the other side of Grand Central Station, you could cross the Brooklyn Bridge, I'm pretty sure that you'd have some problem.
It's like Area 51, but MI6.
Is the tape wiped or something?
Watch. Here it comes. Wait for it. Wait for it.
How long am I waiting?
Different angle, yeah. Different.
Where's his bag? It's been edited out.
Wait for it. It's still you, bruv.
Is it though? Is it though? That is awful. So were the tapes edited or does it just not show up on the camera? God, you'd commit him.
This particular group of doctors has a long-standing relationship with us.
That's what I thought.
Doctors.
I mean, in normal circumstances, that's actually quite good. Not pressing charges, trying to get genuine help.
Arrange an appointment.
Oh, now he's got National Art Gallery on him. What is going on? Why is there an Egypt thing in the National... It's fine.
I did find things hidden in my flat. I swear, I'm not joking.
God, he would genuinely be considering that he might be losing his mind. Is this where he has like his superhero base, or is this like Marc's belongings? I'm so intrigued. Or is it empty? Not empty. Holy shit. Why does he need this if he lives in Stephen? Who's paying for this?
Marc Spector.
You have a name now. Very marvelly name.
Compass. There's no point to north.
What do you lead to?
I need you to listen to me very carefully. So this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna go lay down on that cot back there. You're gonna take a nice nap.
Why does he keep taking control? Marc can't control it.
You hear me? Look, I don't care how bloody handsome you are.
He's you.
I serve Khonshu. I'm his avatar.
I thought so.
Which means you are too. The Egyptian god of the moon.
Moon Knight.
Oh my god, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. With enough pills,
Is this Khonshu's being crossed with him? Like, all the bad guys have come. Like, because the Amanet or whatever people coming. Oh, Khonshu, because he's not... I'm sorry if I'm getting these names wrong. My memory is not good. He's not happy because he's betraying him. Breaking the deal. No, technically Stephen didn't make the deal. I'm so intrigued that, like, was he already somebody with a dissociative identity before all this, or... I'm so excited to find out. Oh, he's gonna get hit by a car or a bike. Oh, fuck.
Marc?
Is this Layla?
You really could have given me any sign.
So normally, so this is a new development, him having a dissociative identity.
I just kept thinking,
Okay.
oh, he's got the soup. I said, okay, yeah, I'm still your wife.
Holy shit!
By the way, this would be a great time for you to say something. C'est la nuit sans flambeau.
Did Marc create Stephen as kind of reminding him a bit of his wife somehow, with like liking that poet?
She's my favorite.
Yeah.
That's Bentham.
You're making a mistake.
Trying to show you what
Steve-
I found, yeah? Like
Stephen,
this bag, I found
Stephen,
this bag in
don't.
the storage locker.
Stephen,
right?
listen to me.
And inside
Oh,
of it,
fuck.
Stop what you're doing right now. You're gonna get her killed. You hear me?
Most interestingly, is what?
You show her that scarab. You're responsible when they come after her.
Shit.
Nothing.
Mark, you need to talk to him more.
We fought side by side.
That's why he's separated.
It was just what, so that you can keep.
Real danger, and I think maybe that you might be the only person that can help me.
He's not well, you'd think.
You really don't remember.
DC Fitzgerald and DC Kennedy
Yeah,
here.
one second.
Are they from the cult?
Marc Spector was part of a team of mercenaries that
Whoa.
hit a site in Egypt. Here's what they did to the archaeologists.
Was the archaeologist working for
Zip
the
tied,
bad
shot in
guys?
the back of the head.
This doesn't look like a police precinct.
I thought we were going to the police station.
Yeah.
You don't need to fight me, Stephen. Surrender control.
You need to right now. I know you're terrified. Although I get, yeah, you'd think you're a monster.
I am never.
Or the god behind.
Control again.
Khonshu chose you as his avatar because your mind would be so easy to break, or because it was broken already?
Fuck.
No.
Is he going for the I'm the good guy spiel now?
That's all he can do without your help. Come.
Fuck.
This neighborhood used to have the highest crime. There was so much suffering, so much pain. Good evening. Good evening.
And now you have cultists everywhere you
It
turn.
was truly heartbreaking.
Vulnerable people to take
No.
advantage of.
People cling to their fear, cling to their pain.
But how many innocent people died because you decided they might do something bad one day?
Try the lentil soup. I made it this morning.
They view Stephen as the weak link in the chain.
From the Yucatan.
Because he's very vulnerable right now.
It's very
Isn't that a bit dodgy? Like trusting the judgment of a weird crocodile lady?
You don't need to doubt her judgment.
Yeah, but I do.
Will light the path to good. Mark, what has Khonshu promised you? That this is your last mission? Then you'll be free. Trust me when I tell you, Khonshu is a liar. There's always one last thing.
This is a very appealing, but the inherent threat does not work for me.
Pre-evil, like before the fact, then isn't she judging an innocent person? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, a thought can't be evil, can it? Is that what you're all into that, like killing children? And
Well, they've all been told they're good, which is a perfect, like...
Can I draw a line there at
Mm-hmm.
child murder?
Yep. I will say this is the second Marvel show where the bad guys are people who all live as a community and look out for each other. Obviously, in this show, they are willing to murder children and they judge people before they've even done anything. They judge you for a thought, which can't be a crime, etc. And in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it was like they were hurting people to get to their goal. But I don't like this kind of idea that people that have this idea of living peacefully and working together and learning from each other in this beautiful, perfect society has to always be evil.
Okay, yeah.
This is
He is very brave.
Amit's gift. I don't want to use it. I don't.
Then don't.
I'm with him.
I can't help. Where is the scarab?
Look, it was in my pocket on the way to work the other day, and by the time I got to work, it wasn't in my pocket. It could be on the bus, it could be on the street, it could be on the tube. I don't know.
Where's the scarab?
I haven't.
Oh, fuck. She's coming for him. She's very brave, too.
Possibly understand the
Suit.
Some of the suit? What are you saying?
The suit.
The suit?
And keep this safe.
So be it.
Let's go, let's go.
Oh. Does he need to get knocked unconscious for Mark to come out? That's a lot of brain trauma. Yep. Come on, she'll protect you.
Your name is Mark.
Oh. Let Mark in.
Let me in. Let me in, Stephen.
Where the hell are you?
Stop! Leave me alone! Leave me alone, both of you! No!
Hey, you can do this. I promise.
Let him in.
Stephen,
Jackal! Jackal!
She can't see it, only he. That's why I wasn't on the CCTV, because he can see the Egyptian gods. Fuck. There was a cape the last time. Does it look however he pictures it? Because he.
Much worse. What the hell are we wearing?
It looks however he imagines it.
Yeah.
Jesus. Good, good, good. Oh Lord. This is a good way to save on CGI. Oh, is that enough to finally wake Mark up?
Stephen, you can't handle this. I think I can. Get away from her, you.
He's believing in himself at potentially the worst moment, but I love him.
I did it! You got planted! Layla! Did you see that?
Yeah.
Someone's gonna get hurt if you don't let me help.
Alright, do it. Take control. For now.
Oh yeah, and everyone saw that, and it looks epic. Oh my god. I'm loving Layla so far as well. I love that we're actually getting to see more of Mark in action this time.
Come on.
He knew where he was aiming for. Don't tell me it fell out of his pocket. For real.
I wish you could live to see the world we make.
Didn't even bother judging him because he doesn't fit your nice little outlook. Is that it? Because in these shows, people that have a version of Utopia are always evil. Well, this could have gone better. But I've loved every second.
This is what it's like.
And he's awake this time too.
Can I have my body back?
I can't do that right now, Steve.
Oof.
I'm taking it back.
How has he managed it in other times? Is it when Mark gets distracted?
Sorry.
Eating away parts of my life like a parasite.
Look, when I am done, when I have repaid my debt, I swear to you, you will never see me or hear from me again. I promise you.
Which one of them was the original?
In my
You abandoned your wife. You left her stranded.
I did not. I am protecting her. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you did. I saw.
Kanchu has his eyes on her. He wants her as my replacement, and I'm never gonna let that happen. You hear me?
You're a liar. I
Whoa.
don't believe you. I
What
don't
you're
trust
talking
anything
about.
you say.
Shut up.
Give
Stop
you a
it.
moment.
Steven, shut up. I promise.
I'm so intrigued about this. I need to know everything. Because the fact that Mark has a wife who has been looking for him for months and they've gone on these missions and they found the scarab suggests that he was in control of the body. Were they like twins separated at birth that have now been combined? Or does Stephen believe he's real? But that's why like the voicemails he left to his mum, it was always voicemails. Like he's not really living a real life. I just need answers. I'm okay with the pace at which we're not getting them, but
Mark, altering the terms of our agreement. You were nothing more than a corpse when I found you. You think?
even the guy we're on the side of. Fuck. I love that just in general, the gods aren't a good force. Like, it's not like this guy is good and Aminet or whoever against is evil. You know, he is using Mark. He is doing, you know, he forced Mark to leave his wife because he didn't, not because he didn't want the weird Aminet cult people to find her, but because he didn't want him to use her. I love this idea of like the gods are just in it for themselves, using people as pawns, because that's how ancient deity systems worked. It's why I find them more realistic than a loving god who lets kids get cancer.
I know that you enjoy the work I have for you. We need each other.
We have a deal.
He wants his life.
Should we part, you may not like my next candidate.
That's such bullshit.
Dear.
Because that's blackmail, emotional. I love, plot-wise, the fact that no one is good in this. It's been a great time. Being an avatar of the gods is not something to aspire to, is it? this was such a good episode. We got so much information. Obviously there's still more I want to know. I want to know exactly what happened. How long has Stephen existed for? Is Stephen someone that truly exists? Is Mark someone that truly exists, given that Mark was the one that made the deal, which suggests that Mark was a corpse, so Mark was dying as a result of something, a mission that went wrong or something, and then he was given this deal, and then Stephen was part of it as like a mask, someone to hide behind or something. In general, I'm so fascinated and I cannot wait to learn more and to see more of these characters, because I'm now I now just cannot wait to spend more time with Mark and get to know his backstory, because I feel like we've gotten to know Stephen really well. But just how this deal was made and how trapped he is in the deal, and it definitely sounds like he was approached at a point where he was in no position to say, actually no thanks, I'm good. You know, he was approached at a point where he was dying or basically dead, and it seemed a good call, is the vibe I'm getting. And while maybe, I've forgotten his name already, Kachu? I'm so sorry. It's literally, my brain cannot hold name information or things anymore. Please don't ever get chronic fatigue syndrome, because it's not worth it. Not that anyone, you know what I mean. That he was like, oh, you know, you're worth protecting. And then in his next breath, he's like, but if you do want out, I'm going to pick your wife. It's just manipulative, cruel, exactly the way a god would be if they were a god that presided over the shit show of the world we live in. It's fascinating. I love this depiction of the Egyptian deities as, again, I'm not an expert in Egyptian mythology. I know a lot more about Greek and Roman, a smattering more about Norse, but I'm loving seeing more about it, and it's just exactly the way that those ancient deities are presented. They're capricious, they use humans to get what they need, and while they're useful, they care about them, but at the end of the day, if that human dies, well, you know, it's just another human. It's just so interesting, and thinking how terrifying it would be for Mark. I think there were points in this episode where he genuinely considered, am I losing my mind? Like, is this just a mental break? Meeting Layla, her being his wife, did not expect. The scarab leads to the tomb to resurrect her, the idea that there's this kind of ancient rivalry between, or at least some kind of a rivalry between the justice after the fact and the justice before. I understand the logic of the justice before, but justice before should be carried out by a deity when Hitler is about to put pen to paper to sign the order to start the Holocaust. Boom. He's done that thing. He's made the decision. He's, like, you know, he's not turning back. Justice isn't, oh, look at that little baby. One day, that baby might end up in a position where they could do something awful. Bang. You know, there is a right and a wrong, and there is a point where it's too late. And as an all-powerful deity, you will have the ability to stop things without taking away the free will, without taking away, giving the person the chance to make the right choice. If that was what Amnet was going for, I'd be much more there for it. But like that homeless guy, I presume he was meant to be homeless, the way the guy said, I can get you a meal and a place to stay. He took the scarab from him and then just killed him. He didn't do his little test, he didn't do, you know, he didn't see if he would be a good guy. He just killed him because he was a witness. He was someone that he couldn't necessarily control. He didn't know what that man would think. He couldn't risk it, which definitely is not justice. Though at this rate, it would be kind of funny if they resurrected Amnet and then she was like, what the fuck have you been doing in my name? Like, I was peacefully dead. Or even like, yeah, I'm pissed off that I was dead, but like, what you're doing is not my work. So Stephen is an interesting character, and how real is he? How long has he existed? Especially given that, like, I'm really getting the sense that Stephen was created either as part of the deal with Kurtu, maybe he requested that as someone that he could hide, so that he could hide from the horrors of what he was doing, or hide from the stress of it all, and just sort of, no one's going to suspect a bumbling gift shop attendant as being this epic mercenary guy who puts on this suit whenever he, I guess, up until things started going wrong, no one ever saw his face. Also, when Stephen came up with the suit that looked like a literal suit, very funny. The fact that Stephen is so into Egyptian archaeology and Egyptian history and mythology because his other personality is the avatar for an Egyptian god, it makes so much sense. The fact that Stephen's favourite poet is his wife's favourite poet definitely makes you think Stephen is someone that... Marc, my god, I just forgot Marc's name. Marc created as a safe space, as somewhere to hide, but also as something that kind of had a lot of bits, pieces of things that maybe once made him happy or that made him who he is. So no, I'm just so excited. I'm so enjoying this show. Cannot wait to learn more. I feel like it's going to get even more epic, especially now we're actually in Egypt, where obviously a show about Egyptian gods, it's going to get even more epic, isn't it? So yes, a reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.